You're not the only one who's got wants and needs, but I held on to your toy. I took all my feelings, my wants and needs and dreams, and I buried them inside you. I planted a seed and watched and prayed over. I planted myself inside you and waited to bloom. It didn't take me no 18 years to realize the soil was hard and rocky and it was never gonna bloom.
So what you just watched was a performance inspired by the amazing Viola Davis. And isn't that incredible to see the quality that this system is able to produce in the Unreal Engine? This is Unreal Engine 5.7. So I'm going to walk you through how I was able to do all of this. And I used a webcam for that, believe it or not. So it's a hack, which means that I used a pre-built or a pre-recorded video to be able to drive the facial performance of my MetaHuman here. So this is what you do. It's not even that very difficult. So I'm going to press F11 to get out of full screen over here. All right, guys. So here's a quick tutorial on how to do what I just did. First is make sure that you go to Edit, Plugins, and go to All Plugins and type in MetaHuman. Make sure the MetaHuman Creator is installed, and just be on the safe side. Just check all of these and then restart if you have to. So, but this is really important to have this all installed for this to work. So the MetaHuman Live Link over here, SDK, MetaHuman Runtime, all of these, make sure these are all installed before you start, and then close that. Next, go to Window, go to Virtual Production, click on Live Link, and by default, there might be an ARKit source over here. Just click that and then click on delete that so you're not using ARKit. Click on Add Source, go to MetaHuman Video over here, and click on that MetaHuman Video and select the webcam that you're going to be using on your computer. And so mine is a 1080p Pro Stream. It's a Logitech, right? And down here, there's some other options that I'll take you through. So this one is very important right here, the offset. If you want to VTube, then you can offset this and record in to be able to sync up with the video and the audio. I'll show you the number that I use to be able to sync up. I want you to see it in real time so you can actually test it yourselves. Again, and this is the Unreal Engine 5.7. So as of recording of this video, there's a link in the description of this video that shows you Mr. Combs. He created an amazing tutorial that walks you through how to install from GitHub the version of the Unreal Engine 5.7 that I'm using right now. It's in beta format. So if you're watching this in the future, maybe the Unreal Engine 5.7 has been released, but this same approach works in 5.6, but slightly different. Ultimately, they're going to move all of this. The Capture Manager is going to be sending this live link and MetaHuman over here to the live link. This is where everything is going to be residing for now. Okay. So after you've selected this, type in a name here under the subject name. I'm going to say solo. Okay. And then connect. So as long as your webcam is connected very well, mine is plugged into my USB port, and you can see how well the quality looks, right? So there's a slight delay as I am talking right now. There's almost like a drop off of the audio. So to fix that, go back to your MetaHuman source over here, click on it. And one that I found, and I want you to see, watch this. So right now it doesn't seem like it's catching up, like I'm slightly ahead. So what you need to do is put minus 0.5, press enter. Now it's matching up. So play with this number until you're happy with the result. And now you can see that whatever I say, boo, ba, boom, boom, ba. So it doesn't do the tongue movement because this is using a webcam. You can see the quality of the facial animation. Again, the reason I'm able to do this in real time and still have cinematic, scalability settings for my MetaHuman. Okay, I was looking down here. Let me look at you. I'm actually looking into the webcam now, so we can have that icon. But what I've been doing was I'm using my system. This was provided to me by Puget systems. They build these amazing systems that are geared towards the Unreal Engine. So reach out to them. Again, there's a link in the description of when, if you want to see my specs and you want to reach out to them, you can click on that link and see if they can help you out, right? So they'll be able to cater for your budget. My machine is scary expensive. I gotta admit, because this is a system that they offered to me to help me on my journey of making my animated film, The Adventures of Unkoza Anacha. So thank you so much, Puget Systems, for your support. This system has been amazing, especially since I ported the characters of The Adventures of Unkoza Anacha into the Unreal Engine. It has made a difference, a world of a difference. So guys, that's it. That really is it. So this offset right here makes it possible for you to sync up. And let me show you what that looks like. So if I bring back, I'm going to monitor the input video. In order to bring this input video back, you click on, you don't click on this, click on the subject name over here, and then you can use your mouse wheel to zoom in so you can see yourself. But you can see how close. Let me see if I can zoom in real close. My lips. So you can see B, bo, ba, moi, yeah. B, ba, ba, boom, ba, ba, and you can zoom out. So that offset makes a big difference. That's how you're able to sync up the video and the audio together with a MetaHuman. So now, if I want, I can then record this in real time. So when you're ready to record this performance using the webcam, driving this MetaHuman, what I recommend is that you turn off all your scalability settings all the way down to low, turn off the lighting so that you can get a really good performance. Especially my system can do it, but if you have a lower like end GPU and your system doesn't have the same power to be able to capture this, then I'd recommend that you first of all turn off the hair. You turn off anything that's gonna impact the performance, so that you can get a good facial performance recording. So one thing that I'm gonna do first, let me show, there's another character in the scene. I gotta make sure I delete that one. But let me, before I record, I'm gonna give it a name. So I'm gonna say solo P or solo performance, and we'll do maybe take one. Okay, so make sure that you enable take recorder. You can go to window, cinematics, and then enable take recorder, and it will show up over here. Then select your character and drag and drop him here. So for example, this is Kent over here. Let me just delete that. This is a MetaHuman that I'm driving using the webcam, so I'm just going to drop the character over here. So once the character is in the take recorder, that means I'll be able to record the facial performance as I see it right here, whatever settings that I have. But like I said, I'm going to turn off like lighting over there. I'm going to turn off the scalability settings, go to viewport scalability settings, take it all the way to low. So now you can just a very simple, lighting scheme. And what I recommend is also taking off the hair. But just for the purposes of this recording, let's just go ahead and start recording so we can see the result. So give it a name, give it a tech, and then go ahead and press record. So get ready for your performance. I'm going to do that performance by Brutus from Caesar. So here goes. So wait for the timer. There's a tide in the affairs of men, which taken at the flood leads on to fortune. Omitted, their voyage is bound in shallows and in miseries. On such a full sea are we now afloat, and we must stake the current when it serves, or lose our ventures. And then when you're done, just press stop. It's going to record that part of me saying press stop. That's okay. And then you can browse to it. This little thing, this will be an alert over here, and it will take you to where the cinematic has been created, and you can see the path of this. It's in all game cinematics text 2025, and you can see it over here as well. So when you're ready, you can load this in a scene that has this MetaHuman. As long as this MetaHuman is there, named the same as the one that you recorded, it's going to be able to apply that animation to it. Okay, so let me go ahead and double click on this, and we'll turn off our the character. I think this is our, let's go down here. So this is Kent over here that is driving this, and I'm just going to go ahead and turn it off for now. And I'm going to double click on the sequence that was recorded. Double click on that. It's going to show up here. So if I play back, so that is the quality of the recording, and that is really amazing to see the result of that. And so now when you're ready, you can actually bring back your lighting. So let's go back to unlit over here and turn on lit. And we're going to go back to scalability settings over here, go to viewport scalability settings, and let's go back to cinematic. And this is, again, as long as your system can support this. So there's our character. Let's go ahead and rewind. So there you go, guys. That's how you're able to record the facial mockup that was created using the webcam, using the tech recorder, and be able to then out this to any scene. As long as this MetaHuman is in that scene, you'll be able to get a result similar to that. And then you can do all the lighting that you want, right? So for example, here, I'll show you a quick example. I have different lighting sets in here, and these are loaded as levels. So we can then turn off the ones we don't want, turn off different kinds, like, and then you have like a different lighting set. So that's the original Kent. And then you can see the difference in lighting. And I want to show you how I was able to drive this MetaHuman using the video. I'm going to pause real quick. I'm going to take my webcam off of the top of my monitor. I'm going to mount it onto a tripod. I'm going to point it at a screen, and then you're going to see the quality of that. So you can use your webcam, record your own personal performance while you're looking at the camera. You could also mount it on a head-mounted camera rig, have that the webcam over here, but you need like probably a long USB cable. So you'll be able to put on a motion capture suit and then perform the full body. Right now, it's independent of the mockup suit, so I'm able to get the head movement. So here it goes. I'm going to get the webcam off of the top of my monitor. I'm going to point it on a screen, and then you're going to see the result of this. So instead of seeing my face right here, allergies. Instead of seeing my face right here, you're going to see the face of another actor. And the example that you saw at the beginning of this video is going to be that. So here goes. And I'll see if I can record it with my my Samsung phone so you can see the example of that. So here goes. Bear with me. All right, guys. So I've unmounted my camera from the top of the monitor. It was on top of the monitor right here. And now it's pointing towards a screen with the performance of the actor. So once you have it framed, like to a level like that, and what I would recommend is probably turn down the brightness of your monitor and then plant this tripod perfectly somewhere so that it's stable. Right now, I'm just hand holding it so I can show you the adjustments of the differences. But look at already the appearance of the MetaHuman over here, right? If I had the audio over here, I would actually show it to you. But actually, let me do this. I'm going to see if I can, let me see if I can bring it over here.
You're not the only one who's got wants and needs, but I held on to your toy. I took all my feelings, my wants and needs and dreams, and I buried them inside you. I planted a seed and watched and prayed over. I planted myself inside you and waited to bloom. It didn't take me no 18 years to realize the soil was hard and rocky and it was never gonna bloom.
All right, we're gonna use this so we can actually hear the audio at the same time. I have that on another monitor, but let's see if I can frame it. And that's why I'm hand holding it, so we can actually focus on this. Let me, let's see, F11. no, not you. F11 over here. And let's bring up the video. And I need to be able, let me monitor this so I can actually see how I'm framing this. Will be over here on the side. This video is going to be over here. And we're going to focus on just this performance right here. Okay, so you can see as I am adjusting this, that's why you need to mount this so that it's stable on like on a tripod. But let's play back and see how it goes.
You're not the only one who's got wants and needs, but I held on to your toy. I took all my feelings, my wants and needs and dreams, and I buried them inside you. I planted a seed and watched and prayed over. I planted myself inside you and waited to bloom. It didn't take me no 18 years to realize the soil was hard and rocky and it was never gonna bloom.
All right, guys. So we can see the result right now. It's because I'm hand holding it. That's why it's jittery. But even better, when I point it to this other monitor that is more stable, you won't hear the audio, but I want to show you the quality of the video. So we're gonna minimize this one, and instead we're gonna, let me bring this one over on this side. Whoops. And let me frame it much better. So when it's like straight on, right, and there's no reflection, so make sure that there's no reflection in the monitor. And also frame it so that it's more like that. And then once you're happy, just go ahead and press play on this video. So I'm gonna loop it so you won't be able to hear the audio, but at least you can see the video. And you see now the quality is much better because it's more stable and you can see the full face. But that's wild. This is a webcam that's looking at a performance of another actor on another screen and is able to capture that. So you can imagine if you have it well lit, you have this positioned properly. And again, like I said, I know there's going to be a better solution of the source video being as a primary source instead of the webcam. But that's the power of the webcam option in this new, the Unreal Engine MetaHuman video. It's amazing. So let me go back to my webcam and set it up again so we can finish out this video. But that's what I wanted to show you guys. There we go. So again, thank you so much for joining me, guys. That was a quick, well, not so quick, but that's a tutorial on how to use the webcam to drive the facial performance of a MetaHuman in the Unreal Engine 5.7. And this is a simple webcam. You don't even need like a super high-end, but as long as it's HD and you have good lighting, you'll be able to get a really good result with this way. It's saving. Just give it a second. Okay. Okay, F11. I want to get rid of the other. Let's get rid of this other Kent over here. Press F11 again. And we are back. So if you're new to my channel, guys, I kindly ask that you spare a minute to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're alerted when I post a new video. And please let me know what you think of the quality. Let me know if you feel like this is better than MetaHuman Animator, or if you feel like Live Link is better. I would love to hear your thoughts. And also, are you excited for the Unreal Engine 5.7? And will you be at Unreal Fest? I would love to hear that. And I would love to hear what projects that you're working on. When you see quality like this, content like this, I would love to hear in the comments below what ideas are sparked in your mind. So, because for me, there's so much that is happening right now that when I see that I'm able to create this kind of quality with a webcam, I don't even mind so much that I don't see the tongue movement, and I'm hoping they add that. But I think that requires depth of some kind, but who knows? Epic Games has a lot of smart programmers out there, so I'm trusting that they can do that. But this is amazing, guys, to be able to do this. So much love to each one of you. I'm praying for you guys. We are in the era of AI, but thank God that we have an option in the Unreal Engine to be able to art direct our performances, tell stories, write scripts. So you don't have to give up on writing your stories. You don't have to give up in creating films. You can use this. You can imagine these characters can be driven by your performance or the performance of somebody else. If you have like a team that is like someone has really good at acting, you can use this approach to be able to record their performance even if they're not in the studio. They can send you their footage wherever they are, as long as it's well lit. And as you can see right now in the setting that I'm in, this is a simple lighting set. I don't even have like rim lights and anything like that. It's just natural light from that window, a simple light over here, but you can see the result. So if you have a really good lighting setup, the quality is even gonna be much better. But this is so awesome. So dare to dream big. Do not give up on your dream, guys. Stay safe. Much love to each and every one of you. I'm praying for you. I thank you so much for my patrons for your support. And may we continue to use these tools to tell our stories. Bye for now, and God bless you all. See you in the next video.